watching Mirror Now and you're watching Nation Now. I'm Sanjana Chauhan and on to our continuing coverage and our top focus for the past many days, the coronavirus. Now, the total number of confirmed cases in India has shot up to 151, with unfortunately 3 resulting in deaths. So today, new cases have been reported across the country. This includes West Bengal recording its first case. Now, among those diagnosed, 122 are Indians and 25 are foreigners. Now, Maharashtra has reported the maximum cases in India with 41 positive cases. Now, at a time when all governments are advising their residents on social distancing, Mirror Now went on ground to see whether residents of Mumbai were actually following this. Let me quickly go across to my colleague Mayuresh now, who is joining me live from Mumbai. Mayuresh, now you're joining us. Earlier you spoke to us from Marine Drive, where, let's remember, a fair amount of youth actually gather every afternoon. But give us a sense of where you're currently at. Are people actually following this, or are they just taking social distancing very lightly?
It seems that the people are taking social distancing very lightly because we are at the same spot, and after 1 hour, I'll show you, Sanjana, what is the situation here. You can see this is the same spot where we were reporting previously, but now after 1 hour, now people have started gathering here. This is a Marine Drive area, and usually people come here for evening walk, and you can see that they are coming. But along with them, there are a few tourists, there are a few other people who have come here just to enjoy the sunset. So certainly Mumbaikas have not taken that seriously, the advisory which issued by BMC and the state government about the social distancing, and seems they are basically carrying out with their routine timetable.
Absolutely, Mayuresh. Thank you so much for bringing us those updates. We're doing a ground check from different parts of the country to have a look at and just see whether residents are actually complying. Meanwhile, Pramod also now joining us from T Nagar, a place in Chennai that is always buzzing with people. Pramod, give us a sense of where, how and whether the people are actually following this. From what I see right now, there are a fair amount of people gathered around you. Is it safe to say that people are not taking social distancing seriously?
Well, I have to tell you that we are at T Nagar and Ranganathan Street to its right side, but as you could see this road right now, the population as you see right now is not even 2% of it. The last time such a kind of issue occurred here was during the 2015 Chennai floods. That's the only time this street did not operate in decades and decades, and this is such importance of this place. As you could see, those large shutters of those shops and all these places never closed until 2015, but unfortunately now they are shut, and that's extremely unfortunate to see, but everyone are cooperating. They claim that they actually are supporting the government's cause to maintain social distance at least for this 15 days period. At the same time, on this other side you have Ranganathan Street. Everyone are standing on the road. Very unfortunate because most of the almost all the big shops are closed, and the small minor ones that actually are next to it have also been shut. Earlier today, the the Revenue Secretary and the Corporation Commissioner were present over here. They did interact with the people and tell that they also told the shop owners to help cooperate with the government, and also told about the coronavirus spread, and people are definitely supporting them. So whatever crowd you see over here is just a moving crowd. Unfortunately, the businesses that are dependent on it are completely off loss, but still the people claim that for a greater cause they are cooperating.
Right. Pramod, thank you so much for those updates. Let me quickly go across now to my colleague Disha, who's joining us live from Ghatkopar, also in Mumbai, where restaurants are open. Disha, we saw an advisory yesterday very clearly from the Maharashtra government saying that restaurants and pubs, eateries all need to shut down. They need to comply with what's actually going on. We saw the National Restaurants Association also issue another advisory, informing its members to shut down maybe till the 31st of this month. But give us a sense of whether people are actually following this. Is there flouting of norms? What's going on?
Well, Sanjana, here we are at the area of Ghatkopar, which is known as the food hub, considering the Gujarati population here. And at the end of the day, what we understand that the National Restaurants Association of India had had come out with a recommendation which said that the restaurants, at least 50 lakh restaurants across the country, should be shut till 31st of March. This was only a recommendation. It was up to the restaurants to actually shut or not individually, but here we are, and we are seeing that all the restaurants here possible, from cafes to restaurants, they are open at this point in time. So however, it seems that the National Restaurant Association of India's advisory and recommendation certainly has not reached few restaurants, is what we understand. We spoke to hotel managers as well, where they said that there has been no orders yet, so that is why they are still open. However, Sanjana, I want to clarify this, that this is not the BMC's order yet. The BMC's latest order only complies shutting down of the clubs, pubs, as well as discotheques. There has been no mention about restaurants at all. It is only the NRAI that has taken this stand and requested the restaurants to really cooperate in this entire matter. And since morning, Sanjana, we have been really, going from areas to area, and we actually have seen that some of the restaurants in areas like Powai and Andheri have already started taking this initiative. They have shut their operations till 31st of March. For instance, areas like Powai and Andheri, because a lot of workers also travel, take public transport as the mode of communication. So that is the reason people say that best interest of people, the restaurants should also shut its operations. But right now we are seeing that, however, they have not shut their operations, but the footfalls have been impacted in a huge way.
Right.
The hotel managers here tell us that only 30% of the people have really come in at this hour in the evening, Sanjana, when it's very crowded. But here you can see restaurants having a deserted look.
Right, Disha, and have you managed to speak to any of the restaurant owners over there or any of the vendors there and ask them why they are not shutting their operations?
Well, Sanjana, we did speak to the managers who refused to speak on camera, but however, they have said that they have not received any advisory from the association yet. For instance, the association's advisory did come out late last night, and what we are being told is that few restaurants have received the advisory from the association, and few restaurants like them, they have not yet received. But however, Sanjana, once again, the restaurants, it is not mandatory to shut. It is not an order. It was only a recommendation. It, at the end of the day, depends on the restaurants whether they want to shut their operations till 31st of March or not.
Right, Disha, thank you so much for those updates. As you can see, these visuals that you're seeing on your screens coming in from Ghatkopar in Mumbai, as Disha rightly said, known as the food hub. A lot of eateries around here, but obviously now wearing a rather lone and deserted look. We're seeing the staff sitting outside, all wearing masks. Disha, thank you so much for bringing us those updates. We have another update now coming in from Bihar. Right, the Bihar government now has ordered the closure of malls, gyms, swimming pools, and has also restricted mass gatherings till March the 31st. Let's remember that this is one of the several stringent measures that are being put into place by different state governments, however, coming in at different times. But now Bihar also taking these measures. Let me quickly bring in my colleague Sham now, who's joining me on the phone line with more. Sham, take us through the latest. Right, we'll try and connect with my colleague Sham in just a moment, but this is the latest that's coming in. The Bihar government now has restricted mass gatherings till the 31st of March. Now, at a time when several people have been advised to stay at home and many others have been placed under isolation and quarantine, spiritual guru Sri Sri Ravi Shankar spoke to Mirror Now on how to tackle this unprecedented situation. The Art of Living founder says that the best time to practice meditation, that this is the best time to practice and connect with our inner self.
Every human being distances himself or herself at least for few hours every day. You know, when we are in deep sleep, we are distancing ourselves from everyone. And when we are in toilets, when we are taking shower, at least at that time, you are away from social contacts, right? You may have to extend that in few more hours of our waking state and working day. Solitude is not always boring, need not be boring. If we can isolate ourselves away from everyone, even for a few hours every day, it can bring us a lot of inner strength, clarity of mind. Our senses become much more stronger. Our intellect becomes sharper. You know, a lot of good things can happen if we can take some time and do social distancing. You know, when in social distancing, we get drawn away, we get sucked into the phenomenon that's happening around you. And if you take a little time and, you know, consolidate yourself, stay away from social interactions and do some social distancing, you know, it will be good both for you and for others. We need to do this. The nature has imposed this, though it's for a short time. It may appear a little tough for those who are first time doing it. But in this time, you can do a lot of reading, you can write, you can meditate, you can do yoga, you know, you can watch the nature, you can do a lot of things. When you distance yourself from the social events, or if you stop socializing so much, the whole creation appears much more brighter to you. So let us all take this as a challenge. Of course, we have social media. We can continue to be in touch with people, connect through social media. Even that, it will be good to limit to just few hours. Since we have a lot of time, we cannot drown in social media the whole day. That's also not good for our health, not good for our brain, not good for our nervous system. This we all know. So I once again appeal to everyone, let's make use of this opportunity of couple of weeks to just stay with ourselves, improve our talents, improve our skills, ponder about our life. Let's all become philosophers. Let's all become people who are there to do something good for the world, right? So this is a blessing in disguise. Let's keep ourselves to our home and mind our business in the real sense. Yeah. I again appeal to everyone, please do not go out in crowds, do not socialize, cancel all the parties that you have. You can send emojis, you can send wishes to people through your phone. And again, let us not overuse phone or internet. Let's limit all our interactions, yeah? And I also appeal to people who are very religious, and Navratra is coming. This is the time you all go to temple and you all sit in big satsangs and sing and all. You know, you can do it all by yourself at home also, or just with just couple of people, and keep distance from everybody. Namaste is the best greeting. No jappi, no gale lagana, no handshake, but namaste, and keep safe distance from people. You don't need to go to temple. God is everywhere. You can do your Navratras at home. You can do Navratras wherever you are. Close your eyes and you feel Mata right there with you. And you can sing, you can read, you can listen to chants, all that you can do. Yeah? So let us not defy this situation that has come and the rules that this situation is demanding from us.
Meanwhile, Mirana's Ayushman Kumar also spoke to the WHO of Southeast Asia Regional Director Dr. Poonam Khetrapal Singh, who has said that India needs to expand the laboratory network and scale up preparations in the country. Dr. Singh added that there needs to be an expansion in India's lab network as well.
With me is Dr. Poonam Khetrapal Singh from WHO, the Regional Director of Southeast Asia region. Ma'am, thank you for taking our time. Ma'am, now we have seen the tests which are being conducted, the numbers rapidly going up. On February 27, we had 3 cases. Now India is standing at 147 positive cases. How do you see this, and what is the road ahead?
There has been a surge in cases, as you pointed out. When there were 3 cases, we were not yet sure what direction this would take in India. Now we are standing at 147 cases today. So therefore, there is a need now to scale up whatever India was doing. With 3 cases, India had a policy where they were adopting or they were testing those who were coming from affected countries or their contacts for testing and then identifying cases. Today they need to expand that. Today they need to expand their laboratory network also, which I'm told they are doing. And from 52 labs, they are taking this up to 70 labs. They are also including other government sector labs, which they were not doing till now. They are also going to involve the private sector. All this will start from Friday this week. So I do believe that an expansion in the capacity to test is also important. Who you test is also important. And in view of what may happen tomorrow, which is so uncertain, it is very important to keep thinking of how this expansion can go further and be scaled up so that if that happens, India is geared to do enough tests.
Ma'am, the one line that has been often talked about is test, test, test from the WHO. And right now we are witnessing that South Korea is conducting many tests, even Bahrain. But if we talk about India, if you compare the million population, around 8 people are being tested. How do you see, as WHO's view, you have written 3rd letter, and what you have to comment on this?
You see, different countries have adopted different strategies. And where we see success, it's not just testing. Like testing helps, and WHO has been propagating that, but it's not just testing. There are other containment measures also that have to be taken into account. So one has to have a comprehensive containment strategy to be able to contain this virus and to be able to see that we can cut transmission, break that transmission, and more people don't get affected. And in that context, I feel what is very important is also preventive measures. We have to do social distancing, and that has worked in many places. If you see various modeling, you would find that how social distancing has helped, which means closed people gathering of more than a certain amount of people should not take place. And places where there can be such gatherings should also be restricted.
Right, some breaking updates coming in now. Vistara Airlines says it is temporarily suspending its international flight operations from March 20th to March 31st. Now, Vistara joins the other airlines in doing this as well. MP Mimi Chakraborty, meanwhile, is going to be home quarantined for 15 days. This is after she returned from London just last night. Now, an 18-year-old man who recently returned from England tested positive for the coronavirus, making it the first confirmed case in West Bengal. Now, he had gone to the UK for higher studies and returned on Sunday. The patient's mother, who also happens to be a senior state government official, his father and their driver have been quarantined. Now, the mother of the patient visited the secretariat, and now the secretariat too has been sanitized. So anyone coming in and out of the secretariat is being given a sanitizer. The doctor and helper who attended to this boy have also been put into the isolation ward. The patient's girlfriend and 2 more friends in London have also tested positive for the coronavirus.
On Tuesday night, there was some amount of panic among people and especially among government officials who come down to the state secretariat to work every day after the first positive case of coronavirus COVID-19 was reported in Kolkata. The reason for panic was the student who returned from England on 15th of this month happens to be the son of a government official who was here at the secretariat even on the 16th and she apparently also held administrative meetings, had met officials. The reason why the entire state secretariat has now been sanitized, the entire state secretariat has been disinfected, and also people who are coming, the officials who are coming every now to work here, they are all being given sanitizers so that they can wash their hands and then take the lift. It's a precautionary measure that the state has adopted. We also have to understand that even though that the first case has been reported, the government is trying to stress on the fact that that should not be a reason for anyone to feel isolated. That should not be a reason for anyone to get ostracized from the society. No, that is not the objective. The government is saying that if there is a concern, then the concern has to be addressed and people should not panic. People should not feel hesitant to get themselves checked. People should not be shy of getting themselves checked. It is not a matter of shame. To give you a quick update, apart from the fact that the state has kept 200 crore of funds as a separate fund to combat the coronavirus menace, the outbreak, but then apart from that, the state has also now commissioned 173 new ambulances. The state has also kept 20 mechanized sweepers to clean the streets in the city and across, and also 20 water sprinklers. So the state is trying to adopt every preventive measure, precautionary measure of sanitization. The first case which has been reported, we know that the student has now been put into the isolation ward at the ID hospital. We also know the parents of the student, both are now there at a separate isolation ward. The driver the student came in contact with has also now been put into isolation ward, and that's not all. The doctor and the helper from a separate government hospital who had first administered or rather checked the student on 16th, they too have been put in isolation. So overall, 5 people have been put into isolation because of one positive case. But then the state is saying there is nothing to panic. The student is responding to medicine. He is all fine and he would be there in the isolation. He would be fine very soon. People should not be scared of coming out to work, but then they should be extremely careful, alert, maintain a safe distance, do not cough on someone's face, and at the same time try and wear a mask if you are getting into a lift or getting into a crowded zone.
And we slip into a short break right now, but stay tuned. News and updates on the other side.